Train Simulator Driver. Today we're having a look at the Trolley Problem, which is sort of a train game, sort of not. So let's just set up some options. You can change various things. I need to put the volume up. Otherwise, you won't be able to hear it because it's pretty quiet. All right. You can set various modes for streaming and the like. You can even set up custom modes so that you can actually let your Twitch audience answer the questions if you want to, but we're going to do a solo and we're going to start from the beginning. So essentially the game poses a series of unwinnable questions.
Adult themes. It does not contain explicit language, sexual content, horror or show violence. Choices matter, so please take your time. Player discretion is still advised. Please sign your name below, showing you understand and agree to endorse every decision you make.
Blah, blah. Okay, let's go with the first unwinnable problem.
Words. Welcome to Trolley Problem, Inc., founded to help people travel safely across the nation. All our employees must show 3 core values: responsibility, integrity, and respect. With that in mind, let's start your training. There's a runaway trolley barreling down the railway tracks. On the tracks are 5 people unable to move. You're next to a lever. If you pull this lever, the trolley will switch to a different set of tracks. However, you notice there is a person on the other track. What do you do?
So, good of the many versus the good of the one, or be passive and do nothing, or be active and save the 5. And if you don't do anything, it makes you feel bad.
I guess you're right. The more people who die, the better.
So you just can't win these questions, and the game is designed to make you think. It's designed to put you into impossible situations.
Candidates to kill someone on their first day, but we'll give you the benefit of the doubt on this one. Just think a little more before acting next time.
And nearly 70% of the world do that.
Don't fix it. This test will focus on the first principle, responsibility. Here's Polly. She's 5 years old. While she loves to play in the sand with her dolls, she dreams of looking after the world. Polly's destiny is to grow up to be a great doctor. More of us should take a leaf out of her book. A trolley is heading towards another 5 people. You're next to a lever. If you pull this lever, the trolley will derail and descend down a hill heading for the park's sandpit. You notice that Polly is in the sandpit, sculpting her dream hospital. What do you do?
So this one's more interesting. You've got 5 versus 1, but you've also got the people on the trolley because it derails. They might die too.
They aren't as cute as Polly.
So I'm tipping this time you'd actually do nothing.
I wonder if any of the 5 are children, or maybe all of them.
So these questions are on the internet. You can find them. You don't need the game. But it's an interesting format. Causes thinking. Potentially discussion if you're using it in a group.
That is an odd take on being responsible. The dictionary definition: to be the primary cause of something and so able to be blamed or credited for it. Are you to blame for those 5 deaths?
Looks like most people chose the 5.
The end justifies the means. The key to this test is integrity. This is Tyrone. He is a 30-year-old secretary at a law firm who enjoys binge-watching crime shows.
Who doesn't?
Tyrone is a very large man.
So what?
You don't really know anything else about him, apart from the fact that he has a severe phobia of trains.
Better not watch my channel.
Now we are upping the ante. You are on a bridge with Tyrone, watching a trolley speeding towards 5 people again. You can only stop it by deliberately pushing Tyrone off the bridge, blocking its path. Do you push Tyrone off the bridge? Or let the train hit 5 people?
Well, this one's a little bit different because you've got the 5 versus the 1, but you have to actively take him out. So you're going to take the passive approach and do
Not our
nothing,
own,
because
well,
you're not
thank you.
actively going to kill a
Having
bloke,
to
are
binge
you?
watch a lot this week.
I do have bad news, though. They make sure you can't win, remember that.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I've just seen an ambulance arrive.
See what I
believe
mean?
Tyrone has just had a heart attack due to the stress of it all.
But more than half the people wouldn't push him off. The sad thing is
A
47%
cat
would.
has 9 lives. Now for the final core value, respect. It seems we've run out of resources to continue your testing. I'm going to need you to go and grab some mannequins. You will need to take the next trolley, so don't get distracted by that dog. The trolley leaves in 1 minute.
Woof.
There is a dying dog down on the tracks. No trolleys will use that line today, so the dog will not be hit. You're in a rush. Do you kill the dog, putting it out of its misery, or leave it to die?
Who's really going to do that?
Alone?
You'd take the thing to the vet. But, you can't do that because it's an unwinnable
Let
question.
nature take its course. Don't listen to the yelps.
You don't get those other options.
I couldn't leave it there, to die alone.
And of course they're trying to get you to change your mind. But it doesn't matter which one you pick because you're going to be wrong. Just doesn't matter.
When you respect something, you're meant to care about its feelings and wishes. Instead, you just left it there to die.
And over half the people in the world do.
If you play with fire, you'll get burned.
This is the last one we're going to do because I don't want to
Oh,
spoil the whole
great.
thing for you.
I've just heard those kids are back. They keep sneaking down onto the tracks. With all the training from this week, you should be able to decide a straightforward outcome for these reprobates. Just remember, respect, responsibility, and integrity. 5 trespassers have snuck down onto the trolley line even though signs warn them of the dangers. The trolley is currently heading for a co-worker. Do you let your co-worker die or sacrifice the delinquents?
So it's the good of the many versus the good of the one. And it's the passive versus the active again. So, you know which one you're going to pick, don't you?
If the trespassers weren't there, you would change the path, right?
And it doesn't actually matter which one you pick.
I guess you value criminals over co-workers then. Noted. You killed a co-worker. All right then, I guess your results for the first week are in. I'll run these up the flagpole and see what the suits upstairs think.
Well, there you go. That's the trolley problem. There are 4 more chapters with a bunch more questions in them. They do get a little more challenging. They get a little bit more about you as you go along. I won't do the others because I don't want to spoil it. To use these questions, you can just get them off the internet, but this is a novel format. I think it would work well in groups. Potentially it would be good for older kids to get them to think about things, and it would potentially be good for adult groups as well. So, I think it's all right as a game. It's not expensive. It's an interesting format, interesting kind of concept. So, this is almost a train game, and I'm Train Simulator Driver. I reckon, yeah, I'll keep it. I'm not going to refund it. So, see ya.